Sheepo! Alright.
Okay.
I gotta get home.
And Annika smiles and walks off to her car.
Awesome.
And should you smoke that, it is some high quality shit.
Sure.
All right. So Orville, while you were in the dumpster, hold on. Go back to the dumpster. While you're in the dumpster, Fenris is unconscious. Tanner is tending to Fenris, and Terrence gets out of the dumpster and is like, "Hey, man, thanks."
Okay. You're welcome. Orville just doesn't really know what to say or why he fucking did that.
Alright, I'm gonna question
really
why he
brave.
was in the dumpster.
You're really brave to help us out, and that was really cool. I'm glad that somebody finally stood up to them. You're a hero.
Like in your animes.
I'm a hero?
Yeah, yeah, man, you totally are.
Like Goku.
Tanner looks across his shoulder at you and says, "Yeah, like Goku," because he's the one who would know.
Orville gains the condition, "Bitch, I look like Goku." There we go. That's suitable.
That's perfect.
All right.
And
Good
just
job.
kind of walks back to his friends over here awkwardly, and they're like, what?
Yeah,
And he gets back in the
they look
dumpster?
at you.
What?
Well, they're helping Fenris out of the dumpster because Fenris is unconscious.
Oh.
There. So they're tending to him, and you hear sirens in the background, and so all the goth kids are suddenly like, "Oh, let's get out of here."
Okay, and Orville just kind of floats off back to the adult bookstore he haunts.
The anime bookstore dumpster.
As you are running, you see that Velvet is asking a lot of questions of Lazarus, and she seems really concerned. And then it looks like we're good. You guys run away, and the cops show up. The pot kids run away too, and then the cops show up to deal with how Fenris got beat up. So then,
And that's how Orville became a hero.
that's kind of the end of the day. But I want to do one more thing for when Vera gets home.
Alright, yeah, Vera takes her trashy car right back to her house. Because she doesn't want to upset her dad any further, because they have their differences, but she loves her dad a lot.
All
Oh
right.
no,
So she-
But unfortunately, by the time you get home, Amanda Warbeck has already called him and told him that you beat up Fenris. Again.
Whoops.
You walk
Uh-oh.
into your father standing, waiting for you to come home. And he
Hey,
says,
Dad.
Vara,
What? Am
I
I in
heard what
trouble?
happened to Fenris Warbeck.
Look, he did some shit and then tried to blame it on me. I mean...
Vara, listen to me, and he's gonna roll to shut you down.
Uh-oh. He's Vin... I was gonna say he's Vin Diesel.
The best dad. Or best dad.
His role is gonna be ridiculous, yup.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I wish my dad was Vin Diesel.
So he says, now listen to me, Vera. First and foremost, you are not to be treating your own kind in such a way. This is not appropriate. You're bullying Fenris, and that is not acceptable. Secondly, if you continue to get involved with things that get the police to show up, you're going to blow all of our cover, and we're going to have to move again.
The police showed up?
Yes,
All I did was throw
Fenris's
him in a
friends-
dumpster.
No, Vera, you knocked him unconscious.
Well, he was in a dumpster.
Vera, I don't think you understand the implications of what you're doing. I know that you hate it when we have to move. And if you continue at this rate, regardless of how you feel about my and Amanda's relationship, we're gonna have to get out of here. We're gonna be hunted down again. Do you understand
Dad!
the implications?
I'm sorry, Daddy.
You are not to touch Fenris Warbeck again.
You know he tried to get me in more trouble,
I
right?
don't care, Vera. I don't care. Go to your room.
Fine, Daddy.
All right.
Goes to her room.
And he's still there!
Room.
Ah, Dad, how did she get in my room? Are there two of you?
What does
Vera-
Vera listen to on the radio?
Limp Bizkit.
No.
I don't know. She
No
doesn't
one
listen to the
knows
radio.
what it's like
She's
to
just
be a sad man.
she's just really mad, and she like glares out the window. And she's like, he doesn't understand. He doesn't even get. That was Fenris's fault anyway. Everything's Fenris's fault.
I like that this is the instrumental.
She's just hella mad, but she stays in her room.
That's funny where the music came from.
It's from
Oh,
me, the music
I thought that
fairy.
was me listening to my music, and I was like, wait a second.
I don't listen to this.
No, I don't.
The song is Darude Sandstorm.
All right, and with that, I think that's the end of today's session.
Also, I
like-
properly cleaned the fleece.
Good.
Properly.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
wanna
so
have-
you are now in possession of the golden fleece, Annika. Did you decide if you wanted physical or magic resistance?
Magic.
Magic resistance, okay. That's what the fleece does. It makes her immune to magic.
Can,
Aw.
Oh, right! You have to go to the defense
Oh,
against the
yeah,
dark
I have to
arts.
do that.
Oatmeal raisin!
I'm sorry.
Oatmeal!
Oh, the music stopped.
But realistically, Limp Bizkit should still be playing.
Yes! Oh, right, we're here with the anime picture.
Alright, Cliff.
Where am I? I'm here.
Could somebody do me a favor and erase that so I don't have to do it later?
I think Larry's the only
Larry
one.
has to
Yeah,
do it.
Larry has the power.
Alright, because when I try to erase stuff, it will also erase all of the pogs that I accidentally select.
Yeah, let me move Pogs out of the way so they don't get erased.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you can't erase... Oh, yeah.
Erase Pogs I can affect, which is all of them set the NPCs.
Yeah. Don't worry, Larry, we have screen
Alright.
caps of that. We have hella screen caps of that.
I'm not complaining. That's okay.
Alright, Cliff, you go to Defense Against the Dark Arts club after school. Mr. Forsythe is happy that you showed up, and he was, going over proper stake throwing formation with Matilda and Jezebel.
Okay.
And then he asks, he's like, come with me. I don't know. He doesn't have an office. He's not a real teacher. He's not a real professor. He's just a teacher.
Come to the back of his van. It's full of candy.
No. Let's just go over here. Basically, he's gonna tell you some shit.
The other side of the 50-foot room.
Yes! You go to the other side of the 50-foot room, and he sits down and talks to you, and he says, well, first of all, he says that, he's like, now, Cliff, you may have heard at the school, and you mustn't let anyone else know, but I am in fact a
Vampire.
I am what they might have called a vampire hunter, but in reality, what I really am is a should we say a someone who takes care of supernatural forces who have got out of hand.
So,
And that's why
vampire
I'm
hunter.
here. In a way, yes, but also not just vampires. That's not even. In fact, the fact that Damien Cervantes was here at this school was not why I was here at all to begin with. You see, Cliff, the reason I'm here at this school is because of a long process that I've worked many years to finish, and it has to do with Principal Harper. and and he says, "You may not realize, but the town of Monster City is home to a very powerful and ancient satanic cult, the current leader of which is none other than your very principal, Mr. Harper."
I've never actually met Mr. Harper.
And he says, "I've tracked him down I've managed to figure out that he was the leader, and I've managed to get myself in as a faculty position at this school in order to further monitor his uses. But I believe, with your help, I could finally take down this cult and unseat them from their position of power before they have a chance to hurt any more people."
Huh. This is all this is all very heavy stuff to Cliff. He does not... he only killed Damien because he tried to eat him. He wasn't, explicitly trying to be a hero, so he's just sort of, mulling this
But he
over
killed
in his
Damien
head.
because vampire makeouts.
Yeah, because he tried to eat me.
Same
Oh
thing.
my. Okay, I'm sorry. I was at a drag show
Oh my
last
god, I
night.
get it now.
Oh my.
Wow, Cliff, I didn't know you spun that way.
Everyone does in this game. So Miss
Is it already
Forsythe
Yowie
says,
o'clock?
It's always Yowie o'clock.
It's half past Yowie.
You just deflated DVAC.
so Mr. Forsythe says, "Cliff, I sense a power in you, much like the others in my order. A power to a calling to vanquish evil."
Really?
And he says, "Yes, no ordinary teenager could have defeated Damien Cervantes on his own."
Well, I mean, I had help.
And he says, "Well, let's see. He's kind of like, eh." Do you want to stick up for Matilda and Jezebel, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because he says, I've kind of written them off in the past because they seem like, enthusiastic, but maybe a bit over their heads.
Well, I mean, I can agree with that last bit, but they definitely helped me out back there. If they weren't backing me up with the giant UV lamps, I'd have been toast.
And he says, "I'm glad they've taken such training to heart so far." And he goes, after what happened to you, I tried for the longest time while I was here not to get any students involved, even though, of course, Matilda and Jezebel have always been interested. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe, maybe you guys are old enough and you are actually prepared to, help in this because they obviously want to. Do you agree with this, Cliff?
Yeah, they're my team. I trust them because they bailed me out of a tight spot back there.
And he's like, "Excellent. All right. Well then." And he goes back to them. And he says, "You come over here too."
Hi.
And he goes back over there and he tells them what you were talking about, what he was talking about with you, and basically asks them, are they ready to become real vampire hunters? And they're like, "Yes, we are!" And then you form an awesome supernatural fighting team with Mr. Forsythe as the sensei and you guys as the Ninja Turtles.
No.
His
And,
real dark secret is that he's a rat.
I just have one
Yeah.
question. Are all vampires bad?
And Matilda says yes, and Mr. Forsythe says, like many things, it tends to be complicated, and he tells you more about Damien Cervantes. So he says Damien was an exiled vampire. He attempted to overthrow the vampire power structure that is in this country. And he basically offended some very powerful vampires, but rather than being killed, because he had so much political power, he was sentenced to 200 years attending high school. And,
Sorry, go on.
You might laugh. And he says he laughs, and he's like, "You might laugh, but this is a common punishment among vampires, because because what could be more torturous than attending high school forever?" He looks around and he's like, "Well, I suppose you don't know that quite yet." And he says, "I promise it gets a lot better once you go to college."
Well, I mean, because I was just thinking, Vlad didn't seem so bad. He seemed like the type who'd rather, like, feed off of livestock than people, so I felt kind of bad about stabbing him.
And he says, "Like many things, well, son, sometimes these things are complicated. Vampires they used to be people just like us, and they still retain most of their human characteristics, and many vampires are able to exist that are under observation by the agency, that cause no harm to any mortal people, and they're allowed to just continue their lives without causing issue." So, what the agency seeks to accomplish is not necessarily to eradicate all supernatural beings, but rather to bring justice to those who step outside the boundaries that they are allowed to exist in. And that's unfortunately what I think might be happening in this town of Monster City. I don't have the exact details, but my contacts have told me that Harper and his group are planning to summon a demon to the physical realm, which, as you can imagine, is highly problematic. And what I have yet to figure out, though, is how far along they are in such a ritual. In order to do so, they would have to have a willing mortal who would be the vessel of the demon in this world. And so far, there haven't been what we usually see in these sort of things is that there are murders, attempted murders, around the town as people are kidnapped and sacrificed in order to bring more power to the demonic vessel. But that hasn't happened yet. So if only I could figure out what Harper was planning next, we could keep anyone from having to be hurt. Tell me, have any of you heard anything around the school? Any students talking about hurting anyone in a way that maybe you thought they were kidding, but now that you know this, they may be serious?
I don't think Cliff has.
All right, so they say no. Actually, Jezebel is gonna say, "Well, if you're saying who's violent in the school, I think we all know the answer to that question. Vara and Lowell." And Mr. Forsythe says, "Oh no, but it couldn't possibly be them because you see, well, I'm not at liberty to discuss, but I have their files and I am aware of their condition." As registered by the agency, and they are ineligible to become such vessels for reasons that I can't quite divulge to you, for agreements that they have with the agency. Well, not them specifically, but those like them.
So this whole time, Cliff has sort of been nodding, clearly absorbing everything that's been said, not really knowing what to add himself, because this is all just like really, really much bigger than he thought it was back when he set that vampire on fire. So he just closes his eyes for a minute to think and says, all right, I guess I'm in.
And he says, "Excellent, we'll start training immediately." He goes and presses a button on his desk, and like part of the wall flips out and it's full of crossbows. because Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I guess.
Man, I go and I pick out the biggest damn sword I can find.
The biggest sword in the wall filled with crossbows.
There's a sword in here, I know it.
Jezebel walks up to you and she's like, "Are you sure you can wield something that big, Cliff?"
Rolling cold.
I was about to say, rolled a voice crack.
Cliff begins nose bleeding and weeping uncontrollably. Mr. Forsythe face palms and scene.
Can I have Cliff call his parents for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to call your parents after school?
Gonna call mom and dad after school.
Actually, can I have Molly be stalking Cliff for reasons?
I'll allow it.
Do you want her to have a crush on Cliff because he's cute?
No, she has something about the goth kids.
Oh, okay. So let's say after Forsythe turned you down and was like, you know, I don't know what your deal is because he doesn't want any kids to be involved with this. Now you heard about Cliff and you wanted to go talk to him, let's say.
Yeah.
All right. So when Cliff walks outside to call his parents on his phone, he finds that Molly is there waiting for him.
We'll just do that in the hallway.
Which is gonna be weird because he has that thing.
Yes, it is. So Molly walks up to you and you immediately read it as that she likes you because of your condition.
I
Hi.
don't think we've met. Hi.
You're that really strong kid that everyone's talking about, right?
Well, no, you can't say that because you didn't hear what Forsythe just said. So you need to talk about the goth kids.
No, about him beating up that person.
Oh, you mean Damien?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoops. Yeah.
Do you think you could help me with something? There's something kind of weird going on.
Weird how? What's weird? I'm not
Puberty.
weird.
I'm not weird either, Molly rolls her eyes. So you're friends with that teacher, right? The dark arts teacher?
Yes. This is hard.
You're so good at that voice.
Molly kind of goes and explains what she heard about the goth kids.
Well, you go ahead and explain that again because I don't remember exactly what all the stuff that she knows.
She was, sitting by the table as usual, and she overheard the goth kids talking about something about Orville, something about ritual, and something.
All right, yeah. So you hear, so you say you tried to talk to Forsythe about the ritual. He didn't believe you. So now that Cliff is the big vampire hunter on campus, you're trying to tell him.
Yep.
All right, so Cliff is losing his shit right here, but he's still able to put two and two together for this thing, and he's reasonably assured that he's gonna have to keep an eye on the goth kids.
I mean, I'm not very strong or anything, but I know a thing or two I can help you with. If that's...
Maybe. Hold on, I need to roll this.
Are you okay? Were you
Fine.
smoking some?
I'm fine.
Sure?
I'm fine. I should be going. I'm fine.
Wait.
Bye.
Wait. Don't you want my number at least?
Bye.
He runs
damn
away
you.
faster.
Is it the hooves?
Oh my god.
So I gather myself and call up mom and dad.
All right.
Oh god.
Ring, ring, ring. I don't have them made into pogs, but
Oh,
we decided
that's a
that
shame.
Cliff's parents are Cloud and Lightning.
I was hoping they'd have fogs by now. That's a shame. Oh well, next time.
I can bring them in. Hold on.
Oh yes.
Do it.
Also, a reminder to the chat. Cliff's dad plays Nightblade, so this is all kinds of ironic right now.
Is your dad's pog Josh Burke?
No, it's Cloud.
Oh, come on.
The most Final Fantasy of Final Fantasy characters.
Man, Penny's Pog creeps me out.
She's always watching.
I'm fine!
Always.
Fine, I'm fine. Everything's great.
Are you using that lightning from that fashion shoot?
Apparently.
It
Ah!
feels like Penny's watching me.
His parents are giants.
Oh, good lord.
That's Cliff's mom.
His mom is 25 feet wide.
Hey! Rude!
Your
Yeah,
mom is
Mama's
so
so
big we have
fat.
to take out the measuring tool.
Oh, and there's Dad. Hold on.
These are your parents.
Are you
How come
gonna?
he's a blonde hair?
Well, you're just on the phone with them, so this is like the just your vision of them in your head as you talk to them.
Grassam, how do you not know who Cloud is?
No, I was about to say, why doesn't Cliff have blonde hair?
He dyes his hair.
Yeah, obviously.
Be different.
It's really pink in real life.
Yes, it's actually pink. That's why he dyes it. It's part of his backstory now. It's canon.
All right, ring, 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 ring. Okay, who answers the phone, mom or dad?
Probably mom, because I'd say Dad's on set.
All right, so is your mom's personality literally lightning, or how do you want to do this?
Moms
Man.
are tough.
I don't know who Lightning is.
Let's Adam.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Really? It's Final Fantasy.
I don't
I
know, Dvac. Whatever
don't
you
really
think
play
is
Final
best.
Fantasy.
I heard you play the
All right.
mom on esports video games, so you know moms.
All right, all right. She's like, hello? Oh, hey, Cliff, how are you?
Great. Things are going great at the new school. I actually made friends before people found out I was famous this time.
And she's like, oh, that's great. And there's a lot of noise in the background. She's like, I'm sorry. We're in the middle of a big action scene shoot.
Is
But if you want, I can get your dad for you. Just a second. Hold on. You hear a bunch of noise. And your dad gets the phone. He's like, hello, son.
Hey, Dad. How's Nightblade 2 coming along?
Hey, kid. Well, it's going just great. How are you? Doing your old man proud?
Yeah. I'm taking theater this semester.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sure you'll do great.
Dad, have you ever sort of thought that maybe you were part of something bigger? Like I don't know, something happened that you didn't think was gonna change your whole life, but then it did?
And he says, son, do you have a crush on a girl?
Well, yes, but
Oh, Cliff. Oh, he's like, don't worry about it. You take after your old man. Ladies can't get enough. Just be yourself. And remember, don't date a girl that doesn't like you for who you are.
thanks, Dad.
Also, his mom is a psychic. She's Daredevil.
All
She has
right,
radar
son,
sense.
I'll catch you later. And he gives the phone back to your mom. And you hear explosions in the background. And your mom gets the phone. And she's like, oh, hey, hold on. I'm going to get to a place where I can hear you better. And she goes, all right. So me and Dad are doing okay. We're still out here in New Zealand for the big Nightblade filming for the helicopter scene right now. And, well, gosh, I've got all kinds of presents for you once I get back. It'll be...
Sounds great, Mom.
And she's like, yeah, so I heard your dad talking. Are you all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
All right. Well, I'm glad, Cliff. All right. Well, we've got. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got to go. I'm needed over on the soundstage. I'll talk to you
one
later,
more
hon.
question. Can I use the bike?
The
Motorcycle. I want a motorcycle.
oh. No! Clifford Clifford Alexander Edge, you may not use your father's motorcycle. You are barely old enough to drive. And I am not going to tell you the the auto unlock passcode, so you may not use such a thing. Because they have like a Tony Stark garage, I'm sure.
Yes.
And so she's like, I'm not telling you the code, Cliff. You are forbidden from using the motorcycle.
All right, Mom.
Use the very safe, high safety rating car that your father and I have purchased for you. I know you're driving responsibly because we put a sensor in your car. I mean,
what?
Because I trust you.
Mom!
Oh, look at the time. I've got to be going. I needed the shoot. You know what? I'll link you to the blog update when the shooting is done. All right, hon? Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Mom. Well, that went well. I'm just gonna scoot on out of here.
All right.
Some girls hear you have a motorcycle, you attract more attention.
All right.
Just wanted to be cool.
Can always make a roll to hack the motorcycle.
Or you could just
yeah.
ask your friend, the ghost who can control electronics.
Oh man.
2d6.
But will he figure that out?
It's probably just your birthday.
Actually, I just wanted to do that.
Well, that's
so
my dark
that I
roll.
can,
Oh, hold on.
That is my dark roll to guess the passcode.
so that I can make the bike do nothing but play pawn, pawn, pawn on loop.
All right.
Forever.
After it's only a 4-digit code, so after trying some things, starting from birthdays and other important numbers that you're able to hack the code to get access to the motorcycle. But it takes you so long that you stay up all night, and so you're too tired to actually drive it.
Aw, next time.
Yes, Valerie. The code is 1488.
His blonde, white parents are secret Nazis.
I'm shocked that Lightning and Cloud are secret Nazis. All right.
Lightning like Blitzkrieg.
All right. And
Thanks, Larry.
and on that note, on that bombshell, I think that is actually it for this session then. Good job, everybody.
Thank you.
So,
I
Yay.
did well.
you did well, Garbad. Good job.
Everybody
did
loves
fantastic.
me.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Everybody
that was
loves Garbad.
3.5 hours.
Oh my god. All right.
I have just a footnote for the end. Lowell goes home to watch National Calvin Ball League.
Oh man, I love where this is going.
This is great. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody, on the stream.
We'll catch you next week. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Later, folks.